Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite YouTube channel and podcast. Hashtag KTSC Sports Talk with your host Justin P. This is episode 168 for the YouTube channel, and for the audio podcast is season 4, episode 46. You can check those out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, Podbean, Podtail, basically anywhere you get your music and podcast stuff from. Just type in hashtag KTSC Sports Talk with Justin P. It'll list all the available platforms. Today got a very special guest, man. A lot of the Raven fans will remember this guy, man. Like I said, we took him in the fifth round of the 2018 draft class, which was Ozzie Newsome last draft, man, which was a very memorable draft. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, welcome to the show, man. Former Ravens wide receiver, man. My guy, Jordan Lashley. Welcome to the show, Jordan.
Man, Justin, appreciate y'all. How y'all doing out there in Baltimore, man? I miss y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Miss you too, man. So, I'm about to hit you some Q&A. So you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Uh, what's your favorite TV shows or TV series that you're currently binge watching right now?
Man, I watch. I'm really into like crime shows,
Me
like
too.
I just like crime shows, like Lawyer, Courtroom, like that kind of thing. So kind of like The Wire. Like that was one of my first shows that I was actually like binge watching. But recently I just got done with watching 61st Street. It's about this about the Chicago, like the corrupt Chicago, police department and stuff like that. Just
Mm-hmm.
got done with that. The Shy, uh,
Okay.
yeah, Power, Tommy. I mean, whatever it's called, Force,
Oh,
whatever.
Power Force. Yeah, Power Force. That's pretty good.
For some reason, I always call it Tommy or whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah. We all do.
uh, oh, Ozark. They just came out with a new season. I was just up till 4 o'clock in the morning last night watching that. So yeah, I'm into like the action and the crime and the courtroom vibes, like that kind of thing. I was a political science major, so I naturally just gravitate towards that stuff.
Okay, that's good. So you don't watch like All American stuff like that. I know sometimes by you playing football, you might want to stay away from it a little bit. Like, so I get it because, like I said, I had Antonio Reed on the other day. He said the same thing. Like, by you playing football, you want to get that little getaway and watch other stuff. So I completely understand. So
Well,
me,
see, I'm kind of like the opposite, man. I'm a sports junkie. Like I could watch, I'm really a basketball player at heart. Like I
yeah,
love. So, man, I'll be up early in the morning watching Stephen A. and Kendrick Perkins and them, and first take
yeah,
and day. And I'm really into sports, so I actually love watching games. I've always been a sports junkie ever since I was a kid. All American, it's cool, but me being a professional, it does, and me having those experiences in high school and stuff like that, it does look kind of cheesy sometimes, but
right,
um, it's cool though, man. And then it's kind of, I'm from Los Angeles, so it's showing like Los Angeles, and I'm familiar with the places that's on the show and stuff like that. So, but it's cool,
yeah.
and like overall, it's a pretty good show. I'm not gonna say I haven't watched it, so it's good though.
Me a couple shows that I like to watch is Law and Order. I'm a big Law and Order fan.
Yeah.
Gotta watch
Oh,
Law and
that's one thing I didn't even say. I'm big Criminal Minds. I've seen every episode, all 21 episodes, all 21 seasons actually. So
Order.
Minds is my number one. So I'm right with you with the Law and Order, the SVU,
Yeah, oh yeah.
CSI Miami is a little. I don't really like it like that, but
Yeah, it's okay. It's New Orleans is a little better than me, but
yeah, yeah. I like Chicago PD and
that's real good. I just got into that. That's very good. I like that.
it's deep too. Like it's real deep. So yeah,
Uh,
man.
let's see. Give me your top 10 movies of all time. No particular category.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of movies got trilogies. So we just gonna do the pack. Like if we gonna do
Yeah, you can do the whole pack. You don't gotta name 1, 2, 3. You can do the whole collection. That's what I do.
for example, like the Fast and Furious collection, like that's one whole. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
cause that's what, like 10, 9, 10 them jumps. Yeah.
I would say about 6 of them is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was Fast and Furious. You said no order, so I'm not gonna do no order. All the Fridays. So
Got you.
Friday after next and next Friday. Uh, the whole Rush Hour pack, all 3 Rush Hours. Those
Yeah.
are all about the Benjamins.
Oh yeah.
Um, man, one of my favorite movies is John Q.
Oh yeah. That was. Woo. Yeah. That was good.
And come on, see, I got a thing for drama too. Like I love, like I love.
That had me in tears, man. That had me in tears. I ain't gonna sit here and play tough guy, which that had me in tears.
I wasn't even gonna say it, but yeah, John Q will have you. He'll have you low. It'll bring your man, just your whole aura down. You know, I kind of like depressing movies sometimes, but I'm really a big Denzel and Will Smith fan. So Training Day, Pursuit. Um,
Okay.
what else? What's the other? Remember the Titans.
Yes, sir. Left side, strong side. Yeah.
Obviously, I feel like in all of those, like all the John Singleton movies, like that's a whole pack for me. So
Yeah.
like, you know, like Boys in the Hood, like
Baby,
Minister,
baby boy.
Baby Boy, like you know, like Los Angeles based kind of like, you know, film. Just me, you know, I'm from here, so it's just, you know, it's just natural for me to
Got
just look at those movies.
anything
Like,
dealing with the crib, you gonna rock with. That's how I am with The Wire and all that stuff like that in the corner. And we own the city. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna check it out. I'm on binge watch them all together. So I'm gonna
yeah,
wait.
I just started watching it. It's on what is it? What are they streaming it on?
HBO Max, I believe.
HBO Max. Yeah, it's on. Yeah, I just started. It was. I'm like 2 episodes in, but it's kind of slow in some parts. Like it's good, but it's kind like it got action and stuff, but it's kind of slow. But I think it's because they have like different scenes cut up and they like put them together, so it's kind of like it's kind of like long pauses, like you know during the show a little bit. But it's pretty cool. Two episodes in. See, I told you. Me and you, we on the same type of thing. We didn't already watch all the same shows already, so. Yeah.
You named 7 movies. You got 3 more. So what's the last?
Oh, damn! I definitely thought that was 10. Um, let me think. Space Jam,
Okay, that's 8.
the first one. You know, obviously it's different. I have a
Yeah.
son. Crazy because I have a son now, and he absolutely like is in awe of LeBron James. Like
Yeah.
anything, like and that's how I was. That's how I was about Kobe, not Michael Jordan, but yeah, definitely Space Jam. Just as a childhood favorite, I'm gonna just go childhood favorites for my last 2. I'm a big Adam Sandler fan, so Big Daddy
Mm-hmm.
fell in love with that movie early on, and I gotta pick a good one. I don't know. Forrest Gump.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second, Jordan. You're breaking up. Hold on.
Sure.
All right. It should be good now. Okay. All right. That's 10. Give me your top 10 rappers of all time. Current rappers, present rappers, or it could be rappers that are no longer here with us. So it's however you want to mix it.
Okay. Um, mm, so I listen to so many different types of music. Okay. Michael Jackson. Are we doing rappers or entertainers? Like,
You
or
could,
just
I mean, however you want it. No, if it could be R&B artists. However you want to do it, it's up to you. It don't got to specifically be rappers. So yeah, however you want to.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, I got a nice little soulful side to me. So I don't really, I love rap obviously, but I don't really like to hear it all the time. I love R&B and stuff. So Michael definitely is gonna be one of my idols forever. Um, let's see, I like Lil Baby.
Okay.
I like man, when I was a kid, I used to love Usher, bro. Like
Oh,
Usher was
yeah,
Usher.
yeah.
Why Usher was the shit to me.
Let
Like,
it burn. Let it burn,
yeah,
baby. Let it burn.
I got a little video of me like dancing as a kid to that Usher Yeah song. So Usher was definitely one of my guys. Um, I'm gonna say
Nah, hold up, baby. I'm trying to get him back on the screen real quick. Hold on. Uh, uh, so this is mute. Can't really get to it. Yeah. Mute. Mute that. All right, there we go. Sorry about that, everyone. So, yeah, I know you said Usher and who else, Jordan?
all right, Usher.
I don't know what's going on with this.
I think that.
Okay. I don't know. It's keep freezing.
We good.
You connected to the Wi-Fi there?
I just turned it off.
Yeah, that'd probably be better. Yeah, I might have to probably do the same thing. Probably. Hold on.
I just turned mine off. That shit keep freezing.
Oh. All right. So you got Usher. Who else? Yeah, sorry, everyone. I know this normally only happen. I don't know what's going on. Okay.
It's working.
Yeah. It's slowly bringing it back. Yeah.
All right, how many I got right now? I got like four.
You got. I think that's four right there.
Four. Usher. Uh, Tupac.
Okay. All
Even though I'm
right.
still young, I'm 25.
Okay.
Tupac.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tupac is definitely, yeah, definitely influenced. Who else do I really like? Um, damn, dude. I ain't gonna lie, I love Pop Smoke. He was cool. I ain't gonna say he was.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
ain't gonna say he. Yeah, I ain't gonna say he was like top 10 all time, but I definitely feel like he was gonna do some damage. Like he was gonna,
Yeah. For
he was
sure.
gonna, he was gonna do something. So rest in peace to him. Drake, obviously, you can't not mess with Drake. Um, Trying to think who else on my phone. Did I say Kendrick Lamar already?
No, not yet. So that'll put you at 8 right there with Kendrick.
Oh yeah, King Kendrick for sure. Um, Last two. Mm, I'm gonna go lyrical with this one. I like Fabulous.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with a lyrical guy with that one. I like Fab. He do, and then for the last one, I'm gonna go DMX.
Okay, that's God rest his soul, man. X gonna give it to you. That's indeed, man. Yeah, good one. Okay, all right. Give me your favorite snack or favorite food that you like.
Right before the game, macaroni and cheese for
Okay,
sure. Yeah, that's macaroni and cheese and fried chicken. That's gonna get me every time. Snack. I'm not a big snacker. I'm not really a big sweets person. The only thing I really eat is cookies. I really only like to eat cookies. I don't eat like candy and little cake. Oh, cookies and coffee cakes. That's probably the only thing because I grew up on coffee cakes, so you can't
gotcha,
not. So yeah, mac and cheese, fried chicken, seafood. Because I don't eat red meat. So.
gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I'm same thing. Mac and cheese, chicken. I like tacos,
Oh yeah.
like pizza. Basically, only thing I really don't eat like that is seafood because I'm allergic to it. So everything else is like fair game for the most
Oh,
part.
and damn,
Yeah,
y'all
I
had
know. I
crabs
know.
on. Ooh,
I know, man. I can't. I eat some crabs. Gonna look like Mike Tyson slap me.
ooh, that ain't gonna look good.
You're right. So yeah. So I just eat stuff like that. Maybe, and of course, like my pastas and stuff like that. Real
Well,
into.
yeah, if you would have asked me like which genre or like which category, like which type of food, I would have went with Mexican food.
Oh, definitely. It's definitely good. It send you to the bathroom, but it's definitely good.
Sure, all that cheese and stuff, but man, I love tacos, burritos. Like I eat. You probably, I mean, as a person, if you think about it, you kind of almost eat the same thing like every week, just in different orders and stuff. Like I'm always eating Mexican food. So yeah,
All right. Question five. What's your favorite activity when you're doing when you're not working when you're not taking care of important business?
favorite activity. I just like to go out and do stuff. I like to bowl. I go. I take my son bowling. Man, I go skating rink. Man, I get my groove on. Man, I like to dance. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear music. I like to, I like to get out. Definitely like to go eat. I love going to get something to eat. Baltimore, when I first got there, I was going to every restaurant. I used to go to every restaurant just to, try something else. So I'm a foodie, so I love doing that. And I like training, man. Like I really be on the field, dog. Like I really be that's really where my happy place is. And I like to hoop. Most dudes when they done in the off season and stuff, like they go straight to, playing football and just getting on the field. I do a whole month and a half where I just straight hoop and that's my conditioning. And I just hoop and I just get on the track and that just keep my wind up and stuff. So yeah, I love getting in the gym and doing that, man. I'll definitely dunk on you, Justin. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm playing with you, man.
Okay. Me, playing Madden, playing 2K, doing this, of course. It's like this is like you get to interview you guys, get to listen to you guys' stories, upbringing, man. It's just something I enjoy to do. It's a hobby to sing, and I'm trying to turn it into a career. So God willing. Uh,
The new
playing.
wave.
Know what you say, Jordan?
I was saying this is the new form of giving information and communicating, like the podcast thing, man. Because I'm a big that was one of the reasons why I wanted to do this with you because
Mhm.
I'm like, man, podcast scene and the whole idea of it, man, you could grab so much game and like you can, take this from this person. Like I was watching $1 million worth of game the other day with Young Blue and just listening to how he operate with his business through music. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And investing in yourself and spending the right money and knowing when to spend it, knowing when not to spend it. So
Mhm.
man, I'm glad you're doing this, bro. This is actually kind of like inspiring. I actually been saying I wanted to do some kind of little podcast, so we'll see in the future.
Appreciate that. Just that, and then like I said, hooping every now and then. And I coach youth football too. Been doing that for 15
Yeah.
years. Back to the
Okay.
community. So
What team?
close to West Baltimore up next Ravens. We're in West Baltimore, right there, Connections Middle School. So right
Okay.
there, not too far from Coppin University, actually right across the street.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We used to go down there a couple. Do a lot of community work and stuff. So I'm familiar. he was talking
Definitely
about.
shout out to the program, Sunny and Wilder. You know, I shout out, so don't say I ain't shout out.
Yeah, definitely, man. That was definitely one of the things that I did like about being in Baltimore. They're definitely hands on with reaching out to those young kids out there and very inspiring to those young kids too. So definitely miss doing stuff like that.
All right, the last question. If you could have dinner with 5 guests, dead or alive, famous or non-famous, who you gonna have at the table?
Michael Jackson gotta be at the table, bro.
Okay, cool. Yes,
Mike,
yes. The
Mike gotta be at the table. Um, I'm also saying my auntie Shannon. She passed away when I was about 11 years old. That was my auntie. So if I could definitely have another dinner with her, man, that'll make me
that's
cry.
dope. That's dope right there. That is dope, man. Rest in peace, Don Shan. That's dope right there, man. That's dope. You got 2 more.
Two more or three more?
I think you said. Oh no, you might. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got 5. Yeah, yeah,
Out of
5. I mean, you can add 6 if you want. I don't really care.
uh man, Kobe.
Okay,
Man,
man. Bing. Rest in peace to Bing.
and I got the emblem on my arm tatted, man. Kobe is that's my idol, dog. Like
Got you. Got
Mamba mentality for life. You already know that.
you.
Um, ooh, who else? That's tough. I'm gonna say I need somebody fun. I need somebody that's gonna light the party up or something, man. I don't know. Dinner?
Mhm.
Man, just a hard question, bro.
Yeah. Yo, ain't no comedian, nobody like a Mike Epps, somebody, Kevin Hart, any comedians that you like?
I mean, they are cool, but we're talking about having dinner, so I'm thinking about like the conversation, like you know what I'm saying. I'm thinking about what I can pick up, like what I can, you know. I'm gonna probably go with I'm gonna go music, a music mogul. I'm gonna go Quincy Jones.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna go Quincy Jones, man, and then I think my last one I'm talking about. I want to bring somebody to my table that's a part of my interest. So I'm thinking like a movie maker or something. So I'm gonna do two. I'm gonna do like Denzel and John Singleton.
Okay, cool. I like that. Those are good answers. All right,
Damn, I didn't have no women. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. It's all good. That's it's only 5 people. I know you would have had like a Mary J. Blige or something if you could.
And Mary J. Yeah. Oh wait, I gotta add one more. I'm gonna do
Yes,
Nip.
sir.
Add
Oh
Nipsey
yeah,
too.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Add
man. Neighborhood hit, man. Yeah.
And I should have, and I'm gonna take out one of them rappers too, cause I totally forgot. Nipsey got me through high school, bro.
Got you.
So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna take in that rapper top 10. I can't even remember, but I'm gonna just remember who I remember off the top of my head. I'm gonna take out Lil Baby and put Nip in there.
Put him next. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, nothing
Boom.
wrong with
I'm gonna go there with
that.
that.
Tell us about growing up in LA, man. In Los Angeles, man. It's one of the most, fabulous cities to grow up in. Also could be rough depending on what area you grew up in, with gang activities and stuff like that.
Uh, well, one thing I can definitely say about growing up in LA and being here and living here, as soon as you come out the womb, Justin, it's competitive, man, in everything. Like, no matter what you're trying to do out here, it's competitive because you got people coming from other places to try to, take up whatever piece they can from out here and try to grow from that. So one thing I can definitely say about growing up in LA is competitive sports. Um, Man, music. Like it's so many different opportunities out here to do a bunch of different types of things. But I would say growing up, my personal experience, like I couldn't imagine growing up anywhere else.
Hmm.
From Los Angeles area, Compton. Um, I went to Sarah High School, played football my whole life, played basketball, track, baseball. So my whole growing up experience was just always being a part of some kind of sport, man. Um, man, I played soccer. I've done tennis. Like I've pretty much played anything there was. But everybody gives LA and like Compton like a bad rap and all of that because the visualizations and the representations on television and the movies that they put out. Like everybody always asks me, is it just like straight out of Compton? I'm like, bro, that was like 30 years ago, bro. Like 30, 25, 30 so years ago. But obviously just like anywhere else, everywhere you go is gonna have their neighborhoods. You're gonna have your hoods, you're gonna have your your
Suburb.
suburbs, you're gonna have your rough parts, you're gonna have your game bangers, you're gonna have your hustlers, you're gonna have all of that. So depending on where you go, everybody has their own type of thing. It's just glorified out here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So gang politics and gang culture is obviously something that I've always been right there, able to see. I mean, I've had a few of my friends die before with gun violence and stuff like that. Other tragedies as well, car accidents and stuff. Like if you come to LA, you gotta keep your head on the swivel, man. You gotta be aware. You gotta, be of knowing of what's going on around you at all times. Like, because you never know who you're gonna run into. And this is in a positive way. This is, in a positive light and in a negative light. Some really great things can happen for you and until you out here, and then some really bad things can happen for you until you out here too. So
Yeah.
you gotta be careful, man. Obviously if you have a contact out here, somebody you know, and I'm talking about people that's just coming over to visit and, just thinking LA is just all fun and dandy sometimes. You guys see what goes on sometimes out here. Some of the best, most entertaining figures that we've ever had have died right here in this city. You know what I'm saying? So definitely just have to be aware that I don't want to be negative and be,
Right.
uh, shining a negative light on my city. But you got to be honest, right? You
Mm-hmm.
gotta You got to be honest. But it's also a great place to raise your family, obviously, depending on where you live in. We got beaches, we got amusement parks, we got Disneyland, like you got all kind of stuff out here. So LA, man, is really great. You can appreciate it if you out here trying to do your thing, but if you out here not making no money and you just sitting there just being, you know, taking up space, then it's gonna eat you up real fast and it's gonna spit you out. So yes, sir.
Definitely. Tell us about a little bit about high school, man. Your high school. What high school did you attend?
So I went to two high schools. My first high school was Carson High School.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I stayed there for pretty much just my whole ninth grade year and half of my 10th grade. But most of my time that I spent was at Sarah High School, Junipero Sarah High School. It's in Gardena, California. I don't know if you're familiar, but we got a lot of guys that's in the league that came from really my team or my school. So just to name a few, like Robert Woods, receiver on the Titans now. Marquise Lee, he played in the league for about 5, 6 years.
Yeah. You played with Jacksonville, New England. Yeah.
Paul Richardson, he went to my high school. Those are like those are all receivers. Those are like my big homies. Like those the founding guys of the receiver corps at my high school. Me and Adoree Jackson were on the same high school team. So that's my boy. That's my brother. We graduated together, so we've won state championships together and stuff like that. That's probably the best. It's probably the most athletic figure I've actually got a chance to lay my eyes on and play with. Just the jumping ability. That's probably the best athlete I've ever played with.
Okay.
Him, probably Lamar second. Lamar used to run and juke people sideways. Like I never used to see nobody do nothing like that before. Um, so damn, where was I at? Oh yeah. Um, Rasheen Green, I don't know if you're familiar with him. He plays defensive line. He went to
Oh yeah,
USC.
the defensive end that played for the Seahawks. The Ravens brought him in for a visit not too long ago. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
And Rasheen, man, he's actually a year younger than me. He looks so big and old and stuff now, but he was my same high school team. So definitely a lot of tradition at Sarah High School. Um, Man, a lot of I mean, if you look us up, we got 4 and 5 stars coming out of there every year. Just won a state championship last year, so it's I would say, man, coming from that was my first like private high school that I went to. Like it's a private Catholic school, so me coming from public school, I would say my high school experience it was exactly what I needed. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I got a closer relationship with God. I was praying more, and when you go to public school, obviously I'm a smart guy, so I was definitely on my studies and handling my business, but there was just other things that I was doing, like I was doing so good in class, I would go to school up until fourth period, go to lunch, and then don't come back to school until until it's time to go to practice and stuff, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I would just say that transition from public to private school, like I came to private school and it was just like everybody that was there to get to a higher level. Like, you know what I'm saying? All of my best friends are graduates of Howard, USC, UCLA, stuff like that. So I definitely had a great experience in high school. I was around a lot of black excellence. So
Okay, all right. What made?
yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, no, no. You can finish if you want. I was just, yeah.
Oh no, just gonna say football was cool. I was like, I think I was ranked like top 10 in my state at receiver. Ended up signing with UCLA. Hoorah! So yeah.
That's what I'm about to get into. What made you choose UCLA over Cal, USC,
Yeah.
Fresno State, all those other schools that's in California?
Well, that's the thing. I wasn't really planning on like staying in California to go to school. My mom and my family was kind of struggling a little bit. So as I'm progressing and getting older and trying to figure out where I'm gonna go to school, like family is a big thing to me. So I was really inclined on having my mom and my brothers and stuff. Cause I'm the oldest of three,
Mm-hmm.
so it was really important for me for them to come and see me play and stuff. So like I had offers to go play in Texas and SEC, Big 12. Like I was really high. I was really high on Oregon. I was really high on Utah. Like University of Utah was like nice. It was a nice visit for me.
Okay.
But then it was just like I want my mom and my brothers to come and see me play. So that was one factor. Family. Um, it's crazy that I ended up going to UCLA because I was a big time USC fan growing up. Like Reggie Bush, Lindell White, Dwayne Jarrett, all of those boys. Like I used to grow up watching USC. Like that was if you was from LA, you was USC. It wasn't no like they was pounding on UCLA. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was no way he was trying to go to UCLA, right? So it's like I'm like, damn, I get older. That's all I wanted to be was to be a quarterback. I used to be a quarterback when I was younger, was be a quarterback or be a receiver at USC, like, and following those footsteps of all of the great receivers and stuff like that. So then I get to high school, and then I was in high school in between 2010 and 2014. So if anybody's college football at that time, SC was kind of like on the they was kind of like on the they was on the ropes a little bit. Like when I was in high school, UCLA was dogging them. Like
Yeah.
I'm talking 3 out of those. I think 3 out of those 4 years they was tapping USC out. So I'm just like, man, it's looking like a nice situation over there. And then and then they coach had just got fired. I think it was when I was in high school, it was Kiffin. It was Kiffin at the time. They was going from the transition from Kiffin to Steve Sarkisian.
Mm-hmm.
So And I think that coaching change came in 2014, right when I was about to graduate high school.
Right.
So and then so I was like, cool. I ended up getting a USC offer like during towards the end, like probably like right before I started playing like my senior year. So like I think I got my USC offer maybe like 2 weeks into my senior year. But they knew and I knew, my coaches at my high school knew that I wanted to go to USC. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they just used to act so like janky, Justin. I'm like, damn, dog, like y'all need to be trying to offer the homeschool kids. And it's
Right.
like I ain't gonna say they didn't rock with me, like, you know what I'm saying? But they was acting like I wasn't like that, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, what more I gotta do? Like, I'm on a team full of stars. Y'all come to my practice. Me and y'all offer like y'all love Adoree Jackson. Y'all see us go 1-on-1 every day. We going at it, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, I couldn't get the SC offer as early as I wanted to. So, man, I was a person at that time that was like really attached to the, like, my emotions was attached to the game. Still am sometimes. So I'm like, man, if I don't feel that love, it ain't no love there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but then every time UCLA came, Coach Moore, I ended up being coached by Eric Yarbert. Man, best wide receiver coach in the game. Like, I don't care what you say. It's definitely some other good receiver coaches out there. There's some guys out there. Trust me, Coach
Yeah.
Dub, like the Ravens got now, he's one of the best. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But any receiver coach will tell you in this game that Coach Eric Garber is the best one in the game. So I was able to learn from him in college and get recruited by him in college. We're talking about a guy who's coached Jerry Rice. We're talking about a guy who's coached Terrell. We're talking about a guy who's coached Chad Johnson. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. TJ Hushmanzada. Like, we talking about guys, like real route runners. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, and he's the receiver coach right now for the Rams.
Okay.
He just been with he left UCLA to go be the receiver coach at the Rams. I mean,
That's why Cooper Cup blew up like that. So it makes sense.
come on, dog. I'm telling you, Eric Yarber, dog. I had the pleasure of being recruited by him and being coached by him for the first 2 years. And when I tell you, like, I came into college like really raw. Like, I was just, fast and able to get off the line. But he taught me releases. He taught me departure angles. He taught me second level releases. He taught me how to catch the ball over my shoulder without opening up my shoulder. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real tools and real things that you need and have to know to even have a chance to sniff the league. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So man, every time UCLA came to recruit me, I'm really big on word. Like, if you tell me something and you tell me like this is what it is, and I'm gonna hold you to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I try to be a man of my word. So that's one thing that they were always doing. And every time that they came in and talked to me and came to see my family, like, they treated my family really well. And that was a big thing for me. And Coach Moore, he was just trustworthy to me, man. Like, he was somebody that I know a lot of people who don't have all the best things to say about him. And, he has his things that he's had in his past, but everybody does, right? He
Nobody.
was, man, he gave a young 16, 17-year-old kid a chance to go out there and represent his family name on the back in his home city in the Rose Bowl, and one of the most beautiful places to play a football game. I don't care where you say. Like, they got the Orange Bowl, all those places. If you get a chance to play in that Rose Bowl, the grass is different, bro. Like, it smells different in there. The locker room bigger. So, man, even though I wanted to win more games while I was at UCLA, I wouldn't trade it, man. I had my. If I didn't go to UCLA, I wouldn't have had my son. So yeah, man, I wouldn't trade my college experience. I loved it. So
Yeah. So how old is your son anyway?
5. He just turned 5 in February, man. So yeah, man. He
Hey,
getting he
soon you gonna be out there playing football. You're gonna be living in the Lashley footsteps. Catching touchdown passes.
that see Justin, I'm not even like I'm definitely a parent that's gonna support my kid and push him towards the things that he wants to do though. Like one thing that my dad or my mom never had to push on me, like I chose football. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I jumped straight off the porch. I didn't even play flag. Like, you know what I'm saying? I went straight into tackles like 6, 7 years old.
Got
So I'm not gonna push this on my son if this is not, if this is not what if it's not exactly what he wants to do. Because I'm pretty sure this game is rigorous. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a gladiator sport. You got to be ready to, go full fledged every time. So if he ends up turning out to be that way, then yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna give you all the training in the world. But personally, to my heart, I want him to be a hooper, Justin. Like it's money in the hoops, man.
sure.
We basketball, we going baseball. Like obviously, I mean, if you want to play football that bad, then hey, do it. That's what we gonna do. But I'm pushing that basketball. I swear I am. Like, gotta push that hoop. So, and he looked like he gonna be pretty tall. So, like, my son like 3 feet tall already, bro. So,
Okay. Cool.
5 years old, seven. He wearing 7 Ts and stuff, and wearing the size 1 in shoes now. So, like, I buy shoes every 3 months, bro.
Oh
So,
wow. All right. Draft day come, man. Get taken in the fifth round. What's going through your mind? Like, dang, man, like how, like these guys ain't better than me. Like that took before me. So like, what
man,
was your thought process like that? Just waiting. You got your friends and family around. Y'all know your age. Whoever your age is at the time, telling you like, hey, man, you probably can go ahead, and go this round. You just sitting there waiting, like, man, I'm about to tear the league up when I get my chance. So what was going through your mind on draft day?
the draft was just so crazy because like I was one of the I feel like well just this is just what my agent told me like I was one of the biggest prospects in the draft that had such a big question mark. Like, you know what I'm saying? So many questions that had to be answered, so many things that, probably had to be said or straightened out. So I didn't like I didn't really know the whole time where I could go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the numbers and the stats and all that, the stats speak for itself. Like I don't even really want to get all into it, but like I mean, even the guys that got drafted in the first round my year, we was all top 5, bro. Like
Yeah,
I was,
you Calvin Ridley, I think DJ Moore, if I'm not mistaken, they went in the first. That's the only two I remember anyway.
get me wrong, they cold. Like they was nice. Like I'm a receiver fan, so I was definitely in tune with who was the guys, who was gonna be this, who was gonna be that. Because obviously you just unconsciously compare yourself to like the best of the best because you already feel like you the best. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So man, if we looking at the numbers, I'm like, man, I could be gone second day maybe. Like like I had a few things happen in college and stuff like that. So I knew I probably wasn't gonna go first round because first round you got a whole bed got to be clean, whole book clean. Like you know what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna say that I had the cleanest resume coming into the draft, right? So that's one thing that I was already mindful of. I'm like, okay, I'm not even gonna really pay attention to day one. I'm gonna just wait for Josh to get drafted and wait for Colton to get drafted and go crazy with them, and then yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and see what happens the next day. So Friday, I'm like, okay, that's when I got the family over. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
yeah,
okay, cool. Today it's gonna happen. It's gonna be like, I'm gonna get the call. They doing rounds 2 through 4. Is that what it is? Or two? Yeah, rounds two
yeah.
through four.
First day, I think it's first rounds. Day two, I believe, rounds 2 and 3. And then I think day 3, 4 through 7, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I could go anywhere mid, upper second to like mid third, depending on the teams that really need. Like it was teams that really needed receivers. Like you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I had like so many visits at like team visits. I had like 4 or 5 team visits with like some pretty good passing teams. So I'm like, okay, like it's gonna look pretty cool. And then I had a bunch of like one thing that at the combine I had so many personal interview visits like with teams, like, and they always say like that's one thing my agent told me, like that's a good thing that you have. Like I had like 10 or 11 interviews with like all with a bunch of different teams, like Green Bay, 49ers, the Ravens is one of them. Like the Ravens interview is probably the one that actually might have gotten me drafted, because that was probably my most memorable one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was so like just being in the room with all of them, man. And it's just like you the only one, and then it's like, okay, hardball right there, Ozzy right here. You know what I'm saying? Coach Bobby Ingram was the receiver coach at the time. He running the film, and it's just like, damn. So this is what they don't show on NFL Network. I'm like,
Right,
wow,
right. You got the full exclusive, like, yeah.
man. But it's like that was my realest interview. Like the one with the Ravens was like the realest interview. Like I'm talking about, we getting straight to the point. Like I broke down and started crying in there, man, because I felt like I was talking to Ozzy. I feel like I was talking to my grandfather, bro. Like we going through we going through the list of things, and when the NFL is like the FBI, bro. So there's nothing that you did
They don't know.
that they don't know. So they really asking you this just to see, number one, see your side of it. What are you going to say about it? What did you learn from it? And are you going to tell the truth about it and nothing but the truth? Like,
Absolutely.
and say where you went wrong at and acknowledge that. So I would say to anybody out there that even gets a chance to go to the draft, man, be honest, bro, because they already know. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
They try to
And
test your integrity and your character, see if you're going,
yeah, I mean, yeah, they are. You wouldn't be in the room. You wouldn't be in the room if they didn't think you could play. Like, you know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
So,
For sure.
I mean, at least that's what all my interviews were about. Everybody wanted to see the type of person I am, who I am, like how I speak, how I articulate, like all those types of things. So, um, man, the draft process was just so crazy, and just knowing that, like. So the Ravens, even my team visit when I first flew to Baltimore to go out there, I just had a good vibe about it. So I definitely felt like even going into the draft, the Ravens was looking top, was probably in the three, maybe 2 or 3 teams that might have drafted me. But I was thinking that they don't really be like, they don't really draft or be, have receivers like that. So I was like, if I go to the Ravens, then cool, I just go to the Ravens. But I was getting so much interest from other teams, the Cowboys, the 49ers, Green Bay. Those were all teams that drafted receivers that year. Like if we look at my group, like Valdez Scantling, Alan Lazard, um, Austin Pettis got drafted to the 49ers. One of my favorites in our class, Michael Gallup, he went. So all of those teams are calling me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So 49ers, they like, yeah, Jordan, if you're there in the second round, we're going to take you. Cool. I'm like, bam. So second round go by. They take Austin Pettis. I'm like, damn, dog. Like, I thought y'all wanted a route runner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought y'all wanted somebody that's going to really know the West. Not saying that Austin Pettis not a route runner. But I'm saying I got every route on tape. Like, I come from a West Coast spread. Like, tight splits and snug splits and crosses and overs and move posts and circus routes. Like, bro, you name it, I'm running it, bro. Like, what you need? So I'm just like, okay. I thought I had a good little thing with Shanahan. I'm like, I thought he liked West Coast guys. I don't know. Cool. So that go by. Dallas called me. They like, Jordan, if you're there in the third, we gonna take you. So, man, Dallas pick come up. They take Michael Gallup. I'm like, damn. I'm not even mad though. I'm
Right.
like, I'm like, I was watching Gallup all year. He was going crazy, like at
At
Colorado
Penn
State.
State, yeah, he definitely he had a pretty good year. Him and Saquon was on the same team, I believe, if I'm not
Bro,
mistaken.
he went stupid, bro. Like, so I don't even be mad. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was that. So then fourth round was just all defense, bro. Like 2018 draft, if you go back and look, it was so many defensive players drafted in just the fourth round. So my I was really supposed to be in that little second, like little third round, a batch of guys, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So then I fall. So then that day was hella emotional. I go outside, I'm crying and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody following me. I just wanted to take a walk for a second. I'm just like, damn, because it's so emotional. It's like people telling you this and this happened and then this happened. And it's like, I'm so much of a loyal person. And like, word is bond for me. Like if you tell me something, then that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I'm like, all right. So next day I'm just like, it's just my family. It ain't really everybody, all my friends and all of that stuff there, but it's still a good amount of people. Just all the people. It's a lot of people care about me. So I got a lot of close family, close knitted friends. So those are the people that was there. I probably say a group of like maybe 20, 25 of us maybe. So then I wake up, I'm like, okay, let's turn this thing on, see what happened. So then the fifth round turned on, and they start picking like a lot of linemen and stuff. I'm like, okay, well, I'm finna just chill out, man. Let me grab something to eat. Like, I went outside, started playing basketball with a couple of my friends that was over. So then, like, my phone was on the speaker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was on the aux. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if I heard the call, like everybody finna hear the call. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So bam, get the call. It's a 410. 410
You
number.
already knew once you saw that area code. You said, okay,
Already
this
on.
time.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, what's happening? So what's going on? So I think the first person I was on the phone was the first person I was on the phone was Ozzy. So Ozzy get on the phone. As soon as he get on the phone, I remembered the voice. I said, wow. I said, Ozzy calling me. And he said, Jordan, how you doing, man? And I said, I'm good. And he said, well, he said, you can stop. He said, you can stop breathing. I mean, not stop breathing. He said, you can stop stressing. We taking you with our next pick, with the 162nd pick. And I said, are you for real? Because, everybody has just been telling me so many different things. I'm like, are you for real, for real?
You
Like,
didn't know what to believe at this point, right?
okay, for real? He's like, no, I'm for. He's like, I'm serious. You gonna do what we talked about, right? And I was like, yeah. And he said, come in here and come and do your thing, and we gonna take care of you. And I said, yes, sir. And I got on the phone with Marty. Jordan Lashley, what's going on, man? Like, how are you doing, son? Man, glad we're glad to have you, man. Like, I am freaking stoked with your post corner route, man. I seen your post corner route at the combine. I said, because you know what it was? It was Lamar. Me and Lamar was throwing we was throwing together at the combine. So
About that.
it was so crazy because Lamar, none of us have thrown with each other before. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, it's hard to gauge. Like it's hard for the quarterbacks to gauge, like kind of like where you gonna go or where you gonna be at. Like you know what I'm saying? So, um, it was crazy because I can't remember who the receiver was, but Lamar was up and we was doing the drill. We running the go route, right? We run the go route and it's the ball where they just putting it right above your head and you gotta just turn around. And, what I mean? Just put your head up and catch it like that over you, like over your shoulder like that. So whoever it was, like man, they just got out of there, right? They just started flying, right? So Lamar threw the ball, and like like I said, the quarterbacks don't know everybody's speed like that. So they really, everybody's trying to take care of each other. Everybody's trying to make each other look good. Nobody wants to drop. Nobody wants an incompletion. Nobody wants a bad throw. You know what I'm saying? So we are actually out there trying to catch these balls, and they're trying to throw them to us. So man, I don't know who it was, but he flew out of his stands. Lamar, he just trying to, just put it right over his head. Like, just put it right there, easy for him to catch, little easy up, little lollipop. Just here, bro. Just real easy. Like, man, he under he ran so fast, he made Lamar look like he underthrew him.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why they was on the news, and I mean not on the news, but on the sports house talking about Lamar can't throw. He ain't got the arm strength. Da, 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 da. I'm
You was
like,
there. You like, man, hell no, that ain't true.
man, like, look. So I'm go up to LJ, like, and we had just met on the bus, like maybe like a day before this. So I'm like, so it was me, him, and Calvin Ridley that was kind of like getting close, like while we was at the combine doing different things because we was all in the same group together. So I go up to L. I'm like, hey, look, every time you throw, I'm going up there. So no matter who up there, I'm gonna just go with you. If we gotta like maneuver each other in the line, I said I'm gonna just go with you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like, man, Justin coming in, I was already a hell of a big fan of bro. Like just coming in, like
I
like I
just hope you wanna. Yeah, you like it all a little bit.
yeah, bro, I'm a football junkie. So I'm like, we playing our primetime ESPN games in LA at like, 7:30, 10:30 y'all time. So I'm waking up in the hotel room Saturday morning watching LJ at like 12 o'clock going crazy in Louisville. Like, so I've been a fan. So I was big on him. Like, I'm like, nah, I already know how to make a quarterback look good. I was just with Josh Rosen. If I could make him look good, I'm definitely gonna make you look good. So I'm like, every time you go, I'm going. So bam, slant on the money. I take off. I said, ooh shit. I said, this is nice, right? I said, this shit is nice. Man, we run the 10-yard speed out. I'm not gonna lie, I had the best 10-yard speed out in the 2018 draft, bro. Could nobody get out of it
I
like me.
believe
I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna just say that, and that's it. But bam, he throw the speed out on the money. He gave me some room to get up the field and turn up the field before I go out of bounds. Then he throw the then we go dig. He threw the dig. He threw the dig kind of low, but he threw it the way I wanted it, so I could keep running. So I'm like, it's going crazy. So now we got post corner. So now post corner kind of hard because you don't really know the player's stride. So you know what I'm saying when
you
you
trying
throw
to get there so you can get that perfect spot so you won't go out of bounds just before
it. Exactly, but I'm a guy that runs routes off steps and not yards. You know what I'm saying? I really trust my stride. So
Yeah.
I felt like Lamar seen my body language with the steps. Bam, I come out of the post corner, he throw it up there. Perfect. I'm like, man, it's nice. So that had to be something that they seen, you know what I'm saying, going in to the draft. I'm like, they had to. Like, it was looking too nice out there. So yeah, man, Marty got on the phone, and then um, Coach Harbaugh got on. He was excited. Uh, he's not that big of an offensive guy, so it wasn't really that much of a long conversation. But it was cool though, man. I was happy. So yeah, it was good, man. Mm-hmm.
So how was your rookie year, man? You got Joe Flacco, then y'all transitioned to Lamar. So what was that whole
It was,
time
it was
like?
it was crazy because it was like Joe's still nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Joe was just some slouch.
Yeah,
Like he
Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP. You know,
Come on now, we know five. Like we know five gonna get it done. Like you know what I'm saying. If anything, he gonna get it done. He gonna put it there. You just gotta catch it. So I feel like Joe. I feel like Joe being healthy going into the season, it kind of like aided me in making the team because we became a little bit more passy. Like you know what I'm saying. Like we was passing more. We was in more 3 receiver and sometimes 4 receiver sets. So I was able to get reps in the slot, and I was able to get reps in on the outside as well, like going into that camp. Because I mean, man, you get drafted, but it ain't nothing promised. Like odds be against you, dog. Like man, you going in practice every day. You just trying to have a good day. You just trying to keep stacking one on top of the other, and a good catch today, or a good block today, or a good route right here, or I finished good right here, or I did good in the special teams period today. Like you want to just stack and stack and stack and stack, and that's one thing that was important with being out there in Baltimore was actually stacking good days. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to, like, we used to go into film and we got like a little highlight tape. Harbaugh would put together like a little highlight tape, like at the beginning of our film session of, like who would be making nice plays. It'll be a sack. It'll be a catch. Lamar take off, where Joe made a nice 65-yard post throw to John Brown, like something like that. Like it's like a little practice highlight tape. So like that's something that you wanted to be on every day, like going into the next day, no matter what period it was in. It was 7-on-7, it was 1-on-1. If you went crazy that day in practice, you finna be on the practice highlight tape the next day. So that was one of my goals every day going in. I'm like, I gotta get busy today. And it's like I loved it because I'm already a practice. I love to practice anyway. I'm a practice warrior, dog. Like I came into UCLA being on the scout team, so me starting at the bottom again, like I was like, let's do it. I'm like, I finally feel like I belong. I'm turning around. It's Marlon over here and Jimmy over there, and me and Brandon Carr going at it in the slot. I'm like, this shit is lovely. Like this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Like this is it. Like I always felt like I should have been right here. Like that was the whole feeling. So going in, it was like, okay, Joe was like I said, we was in more 3 and 4 receiver sets, so I was able to go out there and get more reps in. But I think I think in my rookie summer, number one, I had a really good rookie mini camp. Like that's one thing that's important. If you get drafted, you better show up and show out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't put and they just spend some money on you and you look like you shouldn't be out there. So I'm like, nah, I'm first in the drills. I'm first in the 1-on-1s. In every 7-on-7, I'm scoring. Team, like I gotta go crazy. I'm big, big competitive, bro. Like I don't really know that many people that's as fierce of a competitor as I am. I'm not saying player and all of that, but I'm saying as far as how I approach, like, it's probably why it ended the way it did out there because I am so competitive. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, uh, I would say going in, that one thing that made me make the team. This is just in my opinion.
Right.
Was my it could be something else, but in my opinion, I feel like it was my joint practice with the Rams. I
Okay.
went I went crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Like
and they had Key to lead Marcus Peters at that time. Yeah.
I was going crazy on them boys. I don't care what they say. You can go look up the film. Akeem Talib and Marcus Peters. I don't. They can. He know. Go look up the film from 2018. He with the Ravens now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He could go.
I watched those joint practices, man. Yeah, I seen you. You definitely
And
get those big catches.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't even be saying it if I wasn't doing it. I'm talking about even in the. I'm talking about even in the special teams drills. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, maybe it's because it's my home team or something. And then my receiver coach is over there, and then my Robert Woods is over there at the time. That's one of my big brothers as far as this receiver thing. So I'm just like, I'm finna show out. Like, let's go crazy. And then us as Ravens, they already do a great job of picking guys that's like hella like bro. I've never met some of the most fiercest competitive guys is in Baltimore, bro. Tony Jefferson, like Matthew Judon, like bro, me and Judon used to go hoop, like,
Yeah.
and Judon would go crazy on the court, like,
Yeah. A couple of my buddies used to go hoop with her. They say, man, he really can play basketball.
Judon got game, you know what I'm saying? He can definitely, and he dunking, you know what I'm saying? Brandon Carr, that was one of the OGs that was like, he always trying to help you out and give you some game, but he trying to dog your ass every time though, like, you know what I'm saying? Like every time. Jimmy was like a good vet for me. Put his arm around me a little bit, man. Us being from California and all that. Was really Jimmy was really putting me on to just like different activities and different stuff that put you like, they give you a little break from the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jimmy is a person that really spent a lot of time with himself. So he was just giving me like different tools on taking care of my body. And man, Jimmy got like a tall, like 4-story house. Like it's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, uh, man, I feel like that was one of the things that made me stick with the team. And I think the rapport that me and Lamar just naturally had. And Man, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to, sound like I'm not humble or nothing like that. But man, I know I'm nice, bro. So
Nah, yeah, you don't get to the NFL by accident. So yeah. Yeah, yeah. Rookie year go past. Practice squad. I think. What did you? I think you. What did you? You were active for a few games, weren't you?
I was active for. That's the thing. I was active for a few games. But that's what I didn't end up finish saying. I ended up being active for a few games, but that's when Joe was the quarterback, right? So when Joe's the quarterback, like I said, we ain't throwing but we can, like we inclined to, because we able to with Joe. Like he knows the offense, and we got, we had Crab, we got John Brown, we got me, we got Willie, Chris Moore. I feel like as a collective, we was a pretty good group of.
Yeah, Lil Scott too, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jalil made the team, but he ended up being on IR.
Okay.
So yeah, messed up his. I think he messed up his hamstring or something while we was in one of those joint practices. So they put him on IR.
Yeah.
So um, that was another thing that probably could have potentially. That was another thing that probably could, potentially ended up me making the 53. Um, was Jalil having him getting injured at such a delicate time, and so yeah, I was active for a few games, like maybe like the first, maybe like 4 or 5 games or something like that. And then, Joe ended up getting hurt like week 7, week 8. So Lamar comes in, and the biggest thing that Marty and G-Ro wanted to do was, not really, you know, just minimize the offense for him as much as they can. Like as a young, it's his first time spinning and all of that. So now from I'm a 4-5 receiver guy on the depth chart. So now, but Chris Morris starts on more. He starts on every special teams. So he's gonna be in the game. I mean, he's gonna suit up every game. And then Crab and Smoke. They suiting up. And then Willie is just the most prepared. He's the most prepared guy that you're ever going to see play the receiver position. He's always going to be there at the right time. He's going to always do the right thing. He's going to always make the right play. So Willie is a staple guy for the offense. Like he's almost like a glue guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna really do too many crazy, amazing things, but he does everything that he's supposed to do the right way and on time. Like, you know what I'm saying? And his prep, like Willie's preparation is good. Like he got good prep, bro. So now when Lamar comes in, now we go from having 2 running backs and 3 tight ends to 3 running backs and 4 tight ends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So more 2 tight end. Now we in more 2 tight end and 2 receiver sets, or 3 tight end, 1 receiver sets, and like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not really a need for me if I'm not starting on every special teams, right? So I'm just like, okay, like I can't really trip. Can't really say nothing. I mean, I am still on the 53. I'll still get the same money as if I would be playing right now. So I mean, in that aspect, it was like, okay, cool. But it's like, in other ways, I'm like, shit, dog. I'm trying to go out there and spin. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least get a little something. Like, ain't nobody in practice, going crazy, trying to do, trying to be my best self every day, to not go out there and be able to do nothing. So, I think it was just because I was more so of a. I think it was just because I was more so of a receiver than I was a special teams guy. And I don't know if anybody out there knows, but the Ravens is always top 5 in special teams every year. So we're a special teams team. So special teams is the focal point of the team. Like if you ever see, we don't ain't nobody blocking no kicks on Justin Tucker. Ain't nobody blocking no punts on Sam Coke. Like ain't that shit ain't happening. Jerry wasn't letting that happen, and Chris Horton wasn't letting that happen. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So if you ain't got like, I mean, obviously we got players, we got guys, but if you're not the bro, if you're not, I mean, everybody will tell you, anybody that play football, if you're not the 1 and 2 yet, then you're gonna have to get that money in on your, on the special teams. So I just feel like I don't really know. In my opinion, it just wasn't really. They didn't really have no spot for me on special teams. They couldn't really find a spot for me on special teams. So
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm about to get you out of here in a few minutes, 'cause I got another show right after you.
Now you good?
Go. You want the Detroit, well, it's Oakland and Las Vegas Raiders, right? So
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Bandits. That's your most recent stop.
Yeah, just got done. Well, I was just out there a few weeks ago. Currently about to go potentially play in Canada or maybe XFL. We'll see. But I just need some film right now. Get out there and score some touchdowns so I can get some workouts with the Ravens again. You know.
Yeah, definitely hope to bring you back for sure. Cause like I said, we a little thin there. I mean, I like the guys we got, but we definitely, I would definitely love to see you come back for sure.
And
Tell us. Oh, go
come
ahead, go
pay
ahead.
me. They can come pay me 200. I'll come play. It's
And yeah,
cool.
you already know the Raven way too, so you ain't gotta get broken in. So,
Yes, sir.
uh, tell us a little bit about Reliance Agency. My guy Troy Hill, how you hook up with him, man. Shout out to him.
hmm
Hasim Rosenberg, hope I said your name right, and Coach Gary Smith, man. They my guys. So I had to show them some love. So tell us a little bit about that, how you got hooked up with them.
Well, I've only really been in contact with Troy. I haven't got a chance to meet all the other guys. Like you said, I know who those guys are. I just haven't got a chance to actually meet them because this is it's just so recent, just in the last few weeks and stuff. So, man, I got connected to Mr. Troy through my boy Antonio Reed for me playing on the Tampa Bay Bandits.
I just
So,
had him on the other day, man. He cool as I don't know what, man.
and Reed, bro,
I'll see you that episode once we done. I'll see you that.
he's so laid back. He's so cool though, and he's so himself. He so himself is like you want to be around people like that, and you can tell you come from good people. So that's definitely gonna be one of my dogs for to the end of this thing. So for real.
Definitely, man. So what stood out to you about Reliance Sports and made you like, you know what, I'm gonna hook up with these guys, man. They like what I'm hearing, and why should other pro athletes or college athletes, partner with them?
Well, I mean, Troy, just from the conversations that we've had, man, he's just real. And, I think it's just from that being from that heart of Baltimore. Like it's the people. It's always it's not the business, it's always the people that run the business, right? You wanna be around good people. You wanna, you know, have people that's looking out for you, or have people that's checking in on you. And I'm not talking about just checking in on what you're doing physically, but I'm saying like, checking in on your mental. Uh checking in on your family, like is your kids and stuff like that. You want to be around people that are intentional, right? So I just feel like that's what they bring to the table. It's an agency that's about you. It's a people and an aura that's about you. And I mean, obviously you're the client, so you're the most important. You're the most important asset. So making sure the client is satisfied and taken care of is obviously priority number one. So anybody out there that need some insight on who to sign, Reliance is out there, man. Trust, big on trust, right? Big trust, woo, right? So, uh, man, you want to be in this game of football and just in life, you always want to have people around you that you can trust. So those are my big things: trust, loyalty, and intention. So those are the three boxes that check out for me.
Got you. So any like I say, any of you guys out there need an agent, hook up with them, man. Reliance Sports, man. They one of the sponsors of the show, man. Troy is like family, so I'm definitely gonna always, shout that out, man. And like I say, he hooked up with you guys, so it's just a perfect marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan, any last thing you want to say to the people before we get up out of here?
Man.
This was amazing, man. I wish if I had no other shows, man, we could have did this all night, man.
Uh, bro, yeah, I love conversation, bro. But honestly, man, shout out to Baltimore. Shout out to all those young kids out there, man. I miss seeing all those young faces walking into the stadium, and y'all coming up to our practices and we shaking y'all hands and stuff. I definitely miss those little young faces out there. But man, to all of y'all, I miss y'all. Hopefully, if things work in the right direction, maybe I could be back out there. We'll see. If not, man, God be with everybody, and I'm praying for everybody. And God bless. You already know.
All right, everyone. you heard from Jordan Lashley. Like, he gonna definitely be back on somebody's team soon. Hopefully be back here at EDC, man. Make that happen, man. Please make that happen. So
Yes, sir.
everyone, thank you for tuning in. Sorry for the technical difficulties, you know what I mean? Yeah, but we made it through. Everyone, you can check this episode out on YouTube, of course, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, Anchor, all that stuff as well, man. So everyone, y'all know what I'm about to say. Be great on your way to the figure eight, and always, and I mean always, remember the hashtag KTLC. Keep that same energy from your host Justin P, and from my very special guest Jordan Lashley.
Like that.
Days and Wednesday, enjoy the playoffs, and tune into the other show. I'm about to start in a couple minutes with Marquise Williams, the cornerback out of the University of Pittsburgh. Love you guys. I'm out.
All right.